Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading is the general monthly reading for the month of October 2018 for all of the signs. For the reading, I'll be doing a 10-card Celtic cross spread using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck by Jennifer Galasso. If I need to clarify anything, I will use the Zillich Tarot deck. And I will pull one additional oracle card from the Sacred Traveler Oracle deck by Denise Linn. Just a reminder, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. The only way to get a truly personalized reading with me would be to order a private reading. If you're interested, all of the information can be found in the description box below this video telling you how to do that. One other thing I will say, it's also a good idea to watch not just your sun sign video, but also your moon and rising signs. Sometimes, for that particular month, one video might resonate better than the others, or by listening to all three of them together, you'll really have a more complete overview of what is coming up for that month. And it's always a good time, right, at the beginning of each month for me to just say a big thank you to everybody who takes the time to watch these videos, to leave comments, to like the videos, subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you very much, and I will see each of you or each of the signs in 1 second for your reading. Bye for now. Hi Virgo, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your October general reading. As you can see, I've already shuffled off camera and laid the spread, so I'm ready to jump into it here. Now you have, sitting at the center of your reading, quite interesting, you have the Unknown card. And for those of you who are not familiar with this particular tarot deck, instead of the usual number of major arcanas, which usually end at the card that you have crossing, the Unknown card, they usually end with card number 21 in the major arcanas, which is the World card. Whoops. Okay, in this particular deck, they include one additional card. So it comes after the World card, and it's just called the Unknown. And the main meaning of the Unknown card is kind of what the name suggests. There is something, situation, a truth, or, an answer that for whatever reason is unknown to you and is meant to be unknown at this time. And it's interesting because the woman on the card, she has the crystal ball here, but you see the crystal ball is not clear, right? It's clouded, which suggests that, that and there's the moon also clouded in the distance. So, it suggests that there is something that is still meant to be unknown, but as you work through the month, right, you could be uncovering and figuring out what this unknown is. And it's helped or hindered by the World card. And the World is a card that speaks of significant endings, right? It's a card of transformation. It's a card of brand new beginnings. As a major arcana, it speaks of significant endings. So a significant chapter in your life beginning, and obviously as one thing ends, right, we do have all the beautiful butterflies on this card representing this renewal, right, this sense of rebirth and a renewed, something brand new coming in after this completion. So obviously this is going to play out differently for everybody watching, but there could be, for some of you, there could be an ending to a relationship. There could be an ending to a work situation, right? You could be leaving a job after having worked there for quite a long time. For others, this could have to do with, as it speaks of the World, there could be travel involved. This could be you choosing to travel to a distant place. There could be a connection, right, with this unknown. Maybe you're still waiting to find out or hear about a new opportunity at a distance from where you are, right? And if this isn't sort of international, across water, across the seas, this could be at quite a distance from where you are. But, significant ending and brand new beginnings. Now, at the foundation of the reading, you have the High Priestess. Okay, so another major arcana. She's number 2 of the major arcanas. And she is also, you see there's the reference to the moon again, right? She's standing on the moon, and she has again the beautiful butterflies surrounding her. So, once more, this message of hidden things, right? And what does, the high priestess do? How does she uncover things, right? She doesn't uncover things the traditional way. She relies upon and encourages us to rely upon our intuition, to rely upon our psychic abilities, right? She's associated with the moon. So, messages coming in through our dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. It does sit in the, the foundation position here, sort of deep past, but there could be a need to pay attention to your dreams, messages coming through in your dreams. It might be a good month to keep a dream journal, just a notebook next to your bed, so that when you wake up, if you have anything that sort of pops into your mind that's what you were dreaming about, jot those things down. And as you move through the month, you might see how they play into, when they might give you some type of advice, or, provide you with that insight that you need to make a decision, possibly. She's also, again, linked with our intuition, psychic abilities. So you might notice, or you might be definitely, using, again, with the unknown card here, there might be a significant, significant messages coming in through, these different ways. So signs, synchronicities, pay attention to those things as you move through the month as well. Repeating numbers, right? Songs, those types of things. And the high priestess, she sits between, the spiritual realm and our physical realm. So she's that sort of guardian of the, that very thin veil between both realms. And towards the end of this month, it's also, when typically the veil is even thinner. So, we usually associate it with messages coming through from, deceased loved ones. So there might be sort of an uptake in the number of messages coming in, possibly as you move through the month. Now, in the recent past, you have the Five of Wands, and this card is usually associated with struggle, competition. You can see how in this deck they have, the three men going up against each other. They're not holding swords. I mean, these are wands here. And so, they're really trying to intimidate each other rather than, stab each other and really hurt each other. Same thing as the lions. The lions are not going in for the kill. They're baring their teeth. They're trying to intimidate each other. So this card usually shows up when there's a power struggle, vying for that alpha position, in the workplace. If this is you going up against other people, competing in the workplace, there can be a power struggle, trying to get ahead, one person trying to get promoted. It can also have to do with, this power struggle or conflict within the workplace, could be within the family, as this is the suit of wands. Wands is usually associated with, the day-to-day things in life, such as the work that we do. It can be business as well, business ventures, also creative projects, creativity, our own determination, our own drive and ambition for getting those things done. Now, it does sit in the past position here. So for many of you listening, you might be kind of going through this at this point, or recently came out of this Five of Wands, this competition, this conflict energy. Sometimes it can have to do with delays as well. So, and kind of annoying delays coming in. But it does sit in the past. So you could have already worked through this energy. And it's interesting that what's crowning you have two fives here. What's crowning your reading, so the message from your higher self, is this Five of Pentacles. So another fives. And, fives are typically, it's difficult energy in the sense that, like this Five of Pentacles, it's usually associated with this feeling of lack, not having enough. You can see that on the card. The woman and her child, they're outside, right, in the snow, kind of out in the cold, don't have enough, don't have a warm home to go to. But it's really a card of, that lack mentality. this woman, things might not be as bad as what they might seem, or as what she, kind of thinks or sees them as being, right? Because obviously with her holding her child here, this suggests that, she does have possibly people around her, the love of her family, her children, and it's more about a fear, right? It's a fear of failure, or a fear of not having enough, financially speaking. Since this is Pentacles, Pentacles are usually, or they usually have to do with the tangible things, right? Those earthly, the resources, the material possessions, the money that we earn, just our resources in general, and then our home, family. So again, this is usually a card of insecurity, Yes, it can sometimes appear when, there is an issue with health, or an issue with, possibly losing a job, or financial insecurity. But I usually view this Five of Pentacles as more of a fear, it's this fear-based energy. So fear of not having enough, right? Fear, and maybe in the past, maybe you have experienced financial difficulties, and so as you're working through the month, there might be this, kind of in the back of your mind, this concern about not having enough, or and it could be linked to this job, or a conflict. If this was you going up against other candidates for a different position, you could be worried, concerned about your finances. So you're trying to improve them, right? And I see that for some of you, there is in the upcoming energy, you have the Six of Swords, right? This is the near future. And the Six of Swords is one of the two transition cards in the pip cards. We have the Eight of Cups and then the Six of Swords. And this really speaks of, like you can see with the woman on the card, turning your back on something that no longer serves you, and, heading off into supposedly something that is going to be more beneficial, that is going to be more in line with what you're looking for. This deck doesn't show this card how, a lot of decks portray the Six of Swords, which is usually with a woman, also with a child, being rowed away in a rowboat, leaving choppy waters behind, heading into calmer waters. And so there is this meaning attached to the card that, if you have experienced difficulties, bad situations, rough times, right, choppy waters, bad times, this now implies that you are heading out of that, okay? So you're turning your back, you're walking away, and this could be walking away physically. Again, we do have this World card sitting at the center, or this could just be, mentally moving away from something. The Six of Swords, as swords energy, is air energy, and it deals with our thoughts. It deals with, it's the suit of the mind, the intellect. It's where we come up with our ideas. It also has to do with psychic abilities, intuition as well. So it can be, physically moving away to a better place, to somewhere better, or just, mentally moving on. And I think that with this, that this lack mentality, or this fear of loss, you're moving away from that here, and so I think there might still be, at the back of your mind, this kind of lingering worry or doubt. But, as you move through the month, especially towards the end of the month, I see that, things really pick up for you. Because you appear here as the Seven of Wands. I was thinking Pentacles from back here. The Seven of Wands. And this is a card of great valor. And what you have surrounding you in your environment, I'll show you both together here. You have Major Arcana number 4, the Emperor. So, if you look at these two cards together, I mean, they're the colors are very similar, right? There are lots of reds and oranges and very fiery, very active, types of colors and energy surrounding the two cards. Now, the Suit of Wands, we had it back here with the Five of Wands. So again, day-to-day matters. But the Seven, this is a card also of, of some type of conflict. You can see that the man on the card here, he is, he's actually outnumbered. He has 6 6 wands, or these fiery wands, being pointed at him. And even though it looks as though, he's outnumbered, this could be quite a difficult situation for him, he actually has the upper hand, right? He's up on this kind of peak here. He has a winged dragon. He's holding a sword. So even though he's outnumbered, he still has, the upper hand. He has the advantage here. And he is a very courageous type of energy, the 7 of Wands. It's kind of like he's this fearless, this warrior type of individual. And so whatever he might be facing, if there is any type of conflict or difficult situation that might come up, he is more than capable and ready and willing to face it. So, again, this could be you as you move, out, leave something behind, embark upon this new, whatever this new opportunity is with the World card, this unknown. You might come up against some type of even people, questioning you. This card sometimes comes up when, you're needing to stand your ground. And this is all about defending, your opinion, defending what you believe, standing your ground and saying, you know what, I am going to make this decision. I am going to walk away, and I believe that I'm doing the right thing for me, right? So there is that type of standing your ground. And with the Emperor in your environment, this could be an individual coming in and might be helping you or playing a significant role in what is going on in your life during this month. If so, typically, the Emperor is he's sort of the ultimate father figure, right? He's like the ultimate patriarch figure in the tarot, because, the kings, they rule over each of the suits and they rule over, their kingdom. But the Emperor, he rules over a larger area. So he rules over his empire. He's linked with the sign of Aries, right? And the suit of wands, you do have the 7 of wands, there's 5 of wands. It's also associated with fire energy. So again, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, and you do have this Aries figure here. So you could be dealing with an Aries, or an Aries individual might be coming in to help you with something. If this isn't a person, and this is just, you taking on this energy and, feeling very kind of fired up and very, determined with whatever this is that you are embarking upon. This is a card that really deals with, personal power and leadership. And this, the Emperor, he is not at all afraid to embark upon new things, right? He is a symbol of strength, he's also a traveler, he sets off, he's an adventurer, he's not scared, right? He has the vision. Look, now he has the clarity. He has there's like the crystal ball there. He has the vision. And there's the crystal ball as well on your card, you see? So whatever the clarity you might not have as you begin the month, as you move through the month, I think that you are going to figure things out, right? You are going to gain the insight that you need, possibly by using your intuition. But going back here to the Emperor, he is a traveler, so he's all about having that vision. He's a leader. He's ready to embark upon whatever this new adventure is. So this is great energy, either as a person coming in to help you, or just you yourself. This is great energy to have, to move forward here, to push through with whatever this new thing is. Now, your hopes and fears, and this, I feel like this goes back to this 5 of Pentacles, because you have in the hope and fear position, which is really more of a fear with this card, you have the 10 of Swords. So again, this is, thinking, this is the suit of the mind, and I feel that there's just this, kind of underlying fear that you have, or concern or worry, that things won't work out, that, this card, obviously, the woman is on the ground. She has all the swords in her back. It's usually a card that we associate with, betrayal, like somebody betraying you in some way. It's the lowest, kind of the lowest situation, the lowest that you can get, but it is a 10, and 10s in the tarot are endings, right? What comes in after the 10 of Swords is the Ace of Swords, which is a brand new beginning. So, sometimes this card is like it's the dark before the light. So I think that there's a concern here. This, it's a fear that goes back to possibly, things not working out with your finances, with this new, whatever this new thing is, but it is just a fear, right? And you have as the outbound energy, which is why I say, this is all this sort of fear-based thinking, and it's really unwarranted, because the other cards that you have are so wonderful. You have as your outbound energy the Nine of Pentacles, and this is the card of self-reliance, right? Of self-sufficiency. This woman on the card, she has really built the type of life that she has envisioned for herself. She has, enough financial wealth here. She has the 9 Pentacles. She's in this beautiful garden, right? Very lush, water flowing. She has the animals surrounding her. I mean, it's just a very strong and independent energy with this, right? And the Suit of Pentacles. And look, see, your crowning your reading is the 5, which is this fear. But as you leave the month, it's like there's this huge progression from a 5 to this 9, right? And so I think that whatever this new, you are embarking upon is going to get you, it's going to move you out of this fear-based thinking. It's going to bring you to this 9 of Pentacles. So, great gain as far as your finances go. This could be a job that brings in significant, a significant change in how much you're getting paid. The 9 of Pentacles is also, it can be a card of great gain, material gain. And I was looking over here, your overall energy for the entire month is another Pentacles. You have the 3 of Pentacles, which this is a card that, it speaks of having possibly reached some type of milestone. It can have to do with working, partnering with other people, working with other people to reach your end goal, whatever that is. It can also have to do with, completing some short-term plan or goal, and then, reassessing, thinking, okay, how am I going to get to the 9 of Pentacles? How am I going to get to the 10? How am I going to get from the 5 to the 9? And then making necessary adjustments. If I stay in the same place, if I stay doing the same job, is that going to get me to the 9 of Pentacles? If I partner with other people, if we, if I go off, if we open up our own business, if I do something differently, is that going to bring me the success that I'm looking for, right? And so it is a card of cooperation. It can, it's all about keeping your eye on the bigger picture, okay? And then just, having a plan, being very determined, working hard to, sticking to that plan. Again, possibly partnering up with other people. But it's, it's really a card. The 3 of Pentacles is the overall energy. It's a card that speaks of, great beginnings and great things to come. And I do see that as you move through the month. So it looks like a very positive reading for you. Let me take a look at here we go. Your Oracle card is Rejuvenating Rain, and it says, clear the past, heal the present. And let me find this in the guidebook, and I like to read the full meaning for the Oracle cards. And this one says, Rejuvenating Rain, here we go. It says, physical and emotional healing is occurring. There is a cleansing and clearing of old emotional wounds, and even a release of past life limitations is happening. All is forgiven. Absolve yourself. Forgive others their transgressions against you. It's time to let it all go. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know, in order for new growth to occur, the old must be cleared away. This card indicates a time of clearing out what doesn't serve and support you. It can also indicate clutter clearing. If you don't love it or use it, most likely it's clutter. Physical clutter can be indicative of emotional clutter. It's time to release it and allow the cleansing metaphoric energy of the rain to purify and cleanse you in the deepest way. This is also a great time to go on a cleansing fast to clean out your body while old emotions and challenges are clearing out of your energy field. Use water for cleansing your energy field, stand in a cold shower, swim in the sea, run in the rain. And I think with this, releasing, we have the Six of Swords and this walking away and, and your fears here with this Ten of Swords. Again, I think it's about releasing. Get rid of this, this mentality. Release anything from the past because you have beautiful endings and brand new beginnings coming in, right? And who knows with the Unknown card, right? I think that as you move through the month, things could turn out to be even better than what you could have imagined. But it's all about releasing and cleansing and the new beginnings that are coming in. So I do hope that these messages have helped you. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful month of October. Bye for now.